Hey there, it's Deb, and I'm here, and I'm going to do a layout. So the first thing that I do when I'm getting ready to do a layout is, of course, I get my photo. And this is a photo of my daughter. And she's dressed up for the snow, and she's got her glasses and hat on. So I took out some papers, and I auditioned papers, and I put the photo on the papers to see what I think it will go with. And I ended up picking out, my girlfriend Dorothy gave me Just Us by Prima marketing. And so I picked out some papers from that. And I already took the edges off of the paper. And this is good to keep the edges of the paper because it gives you the name of the design and the manufacturer. So I took those off, and I decided, I did a little to save a little time because it's going to definitely be more than one video. I distressed around the piece that I want in the background with a scissor. I just went around and I distressed it. And then I used some ink, vintage photo, and I inked it up. And then I decided that I wanted to put this piece on top. So I just cut this, just teared it. And when you tear towards yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going to get this white showing. And you want the white to show. And then we're going to go around, and I'm just going to distress this, and I think my ink in this is running out. So let's see if I can do it this way. So you audition your papers to see what you like, what you think will look good with your photo. And when I take a photo and I'm ready to scrapbook it, I look at the photo to see, what's going on in the photo. So when I was looking at this photo of my daughter, let me see here if I can get it on camera. Here we go. When I was looking at her, she looked like, there we go. She looked like a spy. And I was like, oh, she's incognito. So I think that is what I'm going to name this layout. So if you do that, if you look at a photo and you think about what's going on in the photo, a lot of times you can come up with the name of your layout. Okay, so that's good. We distressed around there. And you can bring some of the stain into the photo a little. You don't have to stay just on the edges. I might ink up all the way around. Okay. Now I hope I have everything out. So we're going to glue this down. Sorry guys. Let's just get this one. So I'm going to glue this down. There we go. Okay. And I like this line here, over here, so I'm going to leave that there. And it doesn't have to be exactly in the center. Just put that down. Now, I'm going to distress her photo a little. Now, this photo is pretty dark. So what I might do is use a little acrylic paint on it. I'll say, well, that doesn't have to happen right now. So, okay, so I distressed around the picture a little. So I think I'm going to put her around here. I don't know if you could see this, but there's a shoe here with a sock. It looks like a man's boot. So I'm going to show that. I want to show that. And I want to keep some of this lettering showing because it has brown in it. Because I definitely want to put this behind her. because she's dark, I want this dark behind her. That way I bring in some of the masculinity of the photo, and I'm bringing in feminine part of the photo because she is a girl. Okay, so let me decide by putting this on here, how much I want to tear, and I'm going to tear down here. And don't worry, you could always use these pieces for something else. Put those down. And I'm going to go around here. See, I don't know if, I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I had to change my camera around. And again, I'm going towards me when I tear, so I get that white. So I want it big enough to, there we go. She's going to look great on that. Now, because the photo is dark also, I have a choice of my background colors. I just happen to like these two together, and then I like them with the brown. But if you pick paper that goes with some of the colors in your photo, there's no way that your scrapbooking page won't look great. It will always look great. So here, I'm just going to go a little bit lighter. And this is frayed burlap. A little bit lighter on this. Just on the inner part here, just to make it look a little vintage. A little old. And then I'm going to go back to the vintage photo, and I'm going to, on the edges, make it look darker. Okay, I'm definitely going to have another part to this video, so if you get bored, just skip to the next one, I guess, but hopefully somebody out there is learning something. Okay. I am liking it, definitely. Now, another thing that I do is I go through my stash. I go through it, I have my photo out, and I'm not only looking for papers to audition, but I'm also looking for the goodies and the doodads to go on it, the embellishments. So, I had taken out a piece of burlap that I thought I might use, because again, I said I wanted to make this masculine but also feminine. And then I found this pretty ribbon that goes with this green really nice. So I might do something like that. And then this collection had these in there. We have some tags I could use and some photo corners. And then these strips. And I'm kind of liking to bring in, I love using texture because I am a quilter. I love using different textures. In quilting, you use stripes, you use polka dots, and I seem to be carrying that over in my layouts. I don't stick with the same sort of paper. I like them to all be different. The more different, the more fun. And the more contrast you get in your colors. And that's an important thing too. Maybe I'll do a video on that, using color. But right now, let's just tear these out. Okay, I'm going to be running out of time soon. And then we'll do another part. Don't be afraid to mix your textures. And textures, I mean polka dots, some stripes. Okay, so let me put this down here. Now we have this, I have some ribbon, pretty green ribbon. Whoops. There you go. Let's see if I can get this on the screen. Okay. And then I pulled out a flower that I made, that I don't know if I'm going to put that on there, but I made this flower. It goes, but I don't know if I want it to be that pronounced on there. That might be look better on a mini album, on the front of a mini album. And then I pulled out these,